Hey guys, what's going on? This is Travis P11. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. And today we're going to take a look at two products. Now I had a representative of XAegis reach out to me and ask me if I'd be interested in checking out any of their new products. Now if you check the channel, you know that I've tested the XAegis Bipod, which is currently sitting on the 224 Valkyrie right over here that you see in front of you, as well as an XAegis scope, which I had really good luck with, and I honestly don't know who has it right now. I've sent that off to another YouTuber to test out, and again, I've not heard any complaints from that person yet, so I'm assuming it's running well for him, and it ran well for me. So we're going to check out the XAegis MLOK Bipod and the Fyland MLOK rails. These are metal. These include the nuts and screws, everything you need to get the rail sections going on your gun. And we'll talk about some of the advantages of going this route versus, say, Magpul. Believe it or not, there's just a few advantages out there, okay? So before we do anything, we'll go ahead and do a quick unboxing, and we'll get the bipod out and check it out. We'll talk about the features of it and so on, and just go right into it. All right, so just simple packaging, nothing too complicated. What's cool about this is this gives you different mounting options for different mounting angles and so on. And all you have to do is make sure that you have a MLOK handguard on your firearm, okay? And you can easily mount these on there at whatever angle you want, distance, length, and so on. Not that you can't do that with the traditional Picatinny mount bipod, but it's nice having something just a little more compact that's not quite so just cumbersome, I guess you could say, is this traditional bipod that I've been using. So just checking out the overall design. I think we spring-loaded? We're not spring-loaded, but they are easy to adjust, okay? And they do have little notches in here, which are nice and solid. Okay, first thing that definitely catches me off guard. I like that. We've got these nice plastic feet that will definitely hold up well, okay? Seems like they're fairly sturdy. The coating on it seems to be like an anodized finish. Hardware appears to be pretty nice. You've got an angle off the mounting position right here. So we see that. There you go. And you can see how you can set it up however you want to, depending on how you're going to mount it on your handguard. So real quick, let's go ahead and go through the features of this bipod, as well as the price and so on, and we'll go ahead and get it mounted. Over here on Amazon, it looks like it's got 12 5-star reviews, but as you know, you always need to try these things for yourself. It is available on Prime, and it does run $39.99, which, you know, an average bipod will run you $20-25. We're looking at $15 more to have the convenience of being able to mount this pretty much however you want to. When we look at the features, it does have 5.7 inches to 8 inches of adjustability, which is really nice. Obviously, it's an MLOK compatible handguard with a matte black finish. Okay, you do have an open angle of 50 degrees. What's also interesting is, unlike a traditional bipod, which just simply flings open and locks open with springs, this one does have 5 different locking positions to give you even more flexibility and different angles to basically get the firearm to the shooting position that's going to be most comfortable for you. And before we even get started mounting it, just to show you how this is going to work, so you've got this button that you press here, and that's going to lock into one of 5 positions. Okay, so you're going to have to basically grab, you're probably going to have to pull these back one at a time, I'm guessing. But if you're shooting from a distance and you're engaging targets from a distance, that should not be an issue. Again, the hardware appears to be pretty solid, and they do give you everything that you need to get going, including the little Allen wrench or hex nut wrench that you're going to need for it. Okay, so these are the Fyland Picatinny rail sections. As you can see, you've got all the little nuts and bolts and everything you need up here, your fasteners. It comes in a nice convenient case. Would be nice if this was sealed, because I launched these all over the place as soon as I took them out of the box. You got this little couple Allen wrenches that come with it also to ensure that you can do all this stuff right there wherever you are. And let's just go ahead and take a section out. Yeah, you can definitely feel the weight. Those are not polymer. You can definitely feel it in the finish. The finish seems to be pretty good, actually. It's not bad. You can see how they're going to fit on the different sections. And again, I do like MLOK. It's one of the easier ways to get different accessories attached to your firearms without too much trouble. Now, I'm not going to actually show you the process of how to attach these, because YouTube gets kind of funny when you do any kind of firearm modifications. But I'm going to go ahead and take off this polymer section. We'll compare the polymer section to the metal section here, and we'll see what it looks like. A few of the features of the Fyland rails. Okay, what do you need to know if you decide to pick them up? You got 5-slot, 7-slot, 13-slot aluminum Picatinny rails for MLOK compatible systems with 3 Allen wrenches, 12 T-nuts, and 12 screws. Your short section measures 2.36 inches, your medium section measures 3.15 inches, and your large section is going to measure 5.51 inches. And they are all 0.35 of an inch wide at their widest section. And if you do decide to check these out on Amazon, they're $15.98 on Prime. they do have instructions on how to install them. It's actually not too hard to do. Once you do the first set and you put them on the first time, you're pretty much good to go. And real quick, I just wanted to show you this with regards to the bipod. There are 3 different hex wrenches or Allen wrenches that come along with the bipod. So, okay guys, so just showing you the difference here. The polymer section's on the right, the new Fyland section is on the left. This is just a generic piece that I bought off of eBay. I think I got 3 of these for like $12, and as you can see, they came with the wrong, I don't know if you want to call it wing nut or nut or whatever you call it. I mean, apparently they claimed it was MLOK, but these did not go through the slot, so I had to put these between the barrel and the handguard and tighten them with the screws and put them in manually. Major pain in the butt. This is a proper MLOK screw. But as you can see, I mean, the sections look virtually identical. These have sharper edges on them, which might help a little bit. These, you know, after putting accessories on them, they start to kind of wear out a little bit on the sides. So for $15.98, you know, there's nothing wrong going this route if you want to. And I got nothing against going Magpul. If you want to go Magpul, you can go that route too, except I got 3 of these sections for basically the same price as one Magpul section, more or less. I mean, Magpul sections are about $12 or $13, I think, somewhere around there. I could be off. You guys will correct me, I'm sure, in the comments. But you can see the differences on the back. This is solid all the way through. Definitely going to be a lot more rigid, especially if you're running like a vertical foregrip or some sort of a heavy accessory, or maybe like an accessory light and so on. So yeah, definitely metal is the way to go. I'm just going to mount this on the bottom of the handguard, and then I can have it there in case I need to attach any Picatinny accessories quickly on the Valkyrie rifle. Okay, so here's just a quick view of it when you mount it. Now there was some complaints, and I've got a buddy by the name of Travis, Midnight Range TM, and I want you guys to check out his channel, Midnight Range TM. He's also going to be doing a review of these exact same products as me. He had told me when he had read the comments on these rails that one person was complaining that the bolts were so long that it actually hit their barrel and they couldn't use the bolts that came with it, or they had to modify the bolts to work. I've got probably about, it's kind of hard for you guys to see, probably about 1/4 inch of clearance, if not a little bit more, from the top of the bolts to the barrel, so I have no problems whatsoever. It's a nice direct fit, nice and sturdy. They're locked in there nice and tight. And again, with the metal, you know, I'm expecting a lot more durability, and they seem to be going pretty good. You shouldn't really have to worry about putting any kind of thread locking compound on there either. I mean, you can if you want to. Sometimes the Magpul products, they put some thread lock on there for the first time when you put that, put your accessory on. Okay, so the old XAegis bipod, it weighs about 12 ounces, and it just folds back into place when you put it on the gun. And I've used this on numerous rifles on my channel, and never had any problems with it. It's got the nice spring-loaded feet in the bottom of it, and you can push that and they deploy, which is really nice to have. But, you know, again, you're relying upon a spring for some tension, which I really don't like. Although they do lock into place. It's a great little bipod. It's not bad at all. The mount on it's pretty heavy. This thing weighs around 12 ounces. One nice thing about it is that you can put your sling swivel on here, and so you can put a sling mount on the front of it. Whereas with the rifle, if I want to put any kind of a front sling mount, I'm going to have to put like a QD, you know, mount on there, some sort of a traditional sling mount on the front of the rifle, because I don't have one. There isn't one on the gas block. So checking out the new ones, okay, these only weigh 9 ounces. So you're going to save 3 ounces, not a big deal, which you'll probably end up losing an ounce or so going to that metal rail anyway. Something that really caught my attention that I really like about these new ones, you've got a nice aggressive texture on here, and that's cool because that's going to help you get a good grip on it and pull them back when you need to get going. And the fact you can preset the angles and so on, you got a lot of different options here, and they've got the nuts ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and mount this on the rail and see how it looks. Okay, so this is how it looks when you mount it. It took me about 2 minutes to mount the bipod. No problems whatsoever. Very nice, solid, sturdy mount. You've got good solid hardware. You've got those middle sections that lock into place. It is going to occupy probably 3 sections of your MLOK rail. Just kind of keep that in mind. Can I try to do this with one hand? So if you just push your button, you can pull back on it if you want to. You can lock into whatever angle you want, or all the way back. Or if you just want to go with your, you know, traditional push it forward, you can go that way too. Okay, I might move this back just a little bit, but I try to keep this up towards the front as much as I can. But man, I'll tell you what, you can really get yourself adjusted to just about any kind of shooting surface, which is really, really cool. So I am very impressed with this right now. And then you've got your adjustability on the legs. The legs are also steel. A little bit of play there, as you can see. Okay, let's go check the other side out. I do wish that these were steel, that these were metal. Okay, wish they were a little more durable, but not bad overall. We'll see how it handles a couple range strips and see how well it does. But for right now, seems to be pretty good. I do like having the tension of a traditional spring-mounted bipod leg, so you do have a little bit of play there. We'll see how that affects accuracy once we actually test the rifle. But as for the actual hardware itself, it does appear that it's going to mount pretty good. Okay, so my thoughts so far, again, without any kind of range testing, these sections are fantastic. I mean, these are awesome. I mean, it's such a simple design that I don't see how they could really fail unless the hardware itself would happen to give out at the range. But I think it's going to be perfectly fine. There's really nothing I need to attach to it right now, but I could put a light on there if I want to. But again, they're just the standard, 1913 pick sections. So I don't think you really need to worry about stuff not fitting. The bipod itself, underweight of the firearm itself, it's solid, it's sturdy, but there's still that little bit of play right there. And I don't know if that's going to be a problem or not. I guess on my old bipod, there's so much spring tension that you don't really notice it. I would say give this a try and see what you think. With Amazon, you can always send it back if you don't like it. I do like it. I just wish that we had metal going on here, unless that is metal. It felt like it was plastic, but it may be metal. I can't tell, to be honest with you. But the overall construction seems to be pretty good. There's basically aluminum construction all the way around. So overall, I'm not going to complain. I think it's going to be a nice design. You have a lot of flexibility, a lot of height adjustment, which is also a bonus. Maybe give it a try and see what you think. Like I said, when I test these out at the range, if we have any problems with them at all, I will definitely let you know. If you see these breaking or failing, I will definitely show that off on camera. But in the meantime, I do want to thank XAegis for sending these parts out to me to test, and we'll be getting the 224 Valkyrie rifle zeroed. We've got the primary arms scope up on the top that we need to get zeroed also. So we're due for another range trip as soon as it quits raining. Not that I mind shooting out in the rain, but hauling the camera equipment out there and bogging through the mud to set up targets and stuff, just not very enjoyable filming. So anyway, that's it, guys. Do make sure you check out Midnight Range TM's channel. I'll put a link to his channel, and as soon as his video is posted, I'll put that up at the end of my video too. And you guys can check that out and tell me what you think. But in the meantime, you can check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can follow me on gunchannels.com. I'm also over there on guntube.org, and you can support GunTube over at Patreon, so make sure you do check it out. Otherwise, we're also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So that's it, guys. I got a lot more content coming your way. So this is my basic overview of the Fyland Picatinny rail sections and the new XAegis MLOK bipod. Again, does have a lot of flexibility that it offers, and I do like that. But that's it, guys. So make sure you stay tuned. A lot more details coming your way on this bipod. Have fun, be safe, and as you know, let's fix that van. We will talk to you soon. All right, take care, guys. Bye-bye.